Welcome to Hunt and Gather with the Chatters. Occasionally we'll be doing short videos that teaches you tips, tricks, or techniques on all things hunting and gathering. Hopefully you're enjoying the videos and you're finding them helpful. So are you ready to go learn something neat? All right, let's go.
Today we're going to talk about smoking meat, and I have a simple formula I use whether I'm smoking fish, birds like ducks, deer, moose, it wouldn't matter. I use the same formula. So this is the ratio. I use 1 cup of brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of salt, and 1.5 teaspoons of pepper. And then you can add a little bit of other spices too, like I put a little bit of garlic in mine, powdered garlic. But if you just stick with those 3, you're pretty good. So you'll mix those ratio in your bowl here, and you'll just kind of knead it with your hands to get it evenly mixed. And then depending on how much meat you're going to smoke, I'm going to smoke enough meat to fill up this 9 by 13 pan. So I actually did 2 cups of brown sugar, and so I doubled that recipe there. But what I do then is I layer the pan with maybe 1/4 inch of the mixture, and then I lay my meat products on top of that, and then I pour the rest of the mixture on top, and I just kind of pat it down with my hands to kind of pack it in a little bit. And then what I did was I just covered it with saran wrap and put it in the fridge overnight. And so when I come back the next morning, this is what it looks like. And you can see the brown sugar and everything, it ends up turning to a liquid because of the water that's naturally in the meat. And so this is what we're going to start off with here. In addition, I don't have a pellet grill, but I just use a regular barbecue grill. So I could use wood chips, or I actually am using pellets. I like to use some dry pellets and some wet wood. So I did take a bowl and fill up some pellets and then put a little bit of water in there so that they get moist. And so, all right, let me go start the grill. Okay, so we had our meat sitting in our brown sugar, salt, pepper solution overnight. And like I said, it turns into a liquid. And you can feel it. It almost like develops this stiff skin on it. But anyhow, now we want to rinse off any excess solution on the meat. So we're just going to use cold water and just give it a light scrub and let it drain for a little bit. And so we're going to do that with all these pieces, including the ducks. Okay, so I'm just using a regular barbecue grill to smoke. And so what I do is I just take a little bit of foil and block off any large air gaps. So like along here. That air gap I'm going to keep because I'm going to put my meat on this half and the smoke's coming from here. And it's going to draw it across the top. I'm only going to have heat on this half of the grill. And I just use a cast iron skillet, and then I put my wood pellets or wood chips in this half. And I'm mostly doing wet chips, but I'm doing just a little bit of dry chips to kind of get it going. And so all the meat's going to go on this half with no heat on this half. So I'm just going to take a little bit of butter and grease it up. Okay. And this is deer backstrap, and I've already cut off the tendon, so it's nothing but meat right now. I think I might put the ducks closer to the heat, with the body cavity facing the smoke so it can get inside. And then I want to put the larger pieces of meat towards the hotter part of the grill. And the smaller ones towards this end. I really want to make sure the meat's not too close to my pan, because the pan can catch on fire a little bit there. And my plan is I'm going to slowly cook this over the course of probably 2.5 hours. And so I turn it on high just to get the chips going. But now I kind of got it on medium low. And you can see the smoke coming out this side. And so it's just going to continually get smoke. Everybody's different. I like my stuff really, really smoky. So I'm going to do wood chips, and I'm going to come out here every 15-20 minutes and add a small little handful of wood chips in that pan. But you can control your own smoke by doing it less often, or maybe you only do wood chips for an hour and then you just use heat after that. So that's up to you. Okay, so we've been smoking our meat now for a little over 2 hours, and I just checked it with the meat thermometer, and it has reached a safe temperature, which for deer is going to be 145 degrees, and for poultry, like our ducks, it's going to be 165. And so now I'm just going to, I melted some butter, and I added some Franklin County barbecue rub to the butter mix. You can get this online. So now I'm going to stir in the seasoning and the butter together. Okay, and then we'll go outside and baste it on there. Okay, so I'm just going to baste this on top. Just kind of a medium coat, doesn't have to be real heavy. The deer really needs it because it's real lean. The ducks already have quite a bit of fat. All right, so now that we got our butter basted on there, we're just gonna smoke it for another 30 minutes just to kind of cure that butter and maybe dry it out just a little, and then it'll be ready to take off. We pulled the meat off the grill and we just let it cool off. We're actually gonna eat some of this for lunch right now. So here's our deer backstrap, and you can see there's a nice little pink ring around there, and so that means it's like perfectly done. So I'm going to carve up this piece of the backstrap, and we'll carve up the little scop duck here, and then the rest we can put in Ziploc bags and put it in the freezer and save it for a later date.
Let's eat! Alright, which one are we trying first?
So I'm going to do a piece of deer. So to me, the smoked backstrap tastes just like prime rib. So I like to use this horseradish sauce.
I got duck. What'd you get?
Deer.
You got mushroom. So try the sauce. That's a nice sauce too. How'd you get?
Yeah, to me, it's totally prime rib. It's a way to turn your deer into prime rib.
Love it. The duck's amazing.
Okay, we got a little duck breast here.
Which one do you like better, for duck or deer?
I tried that.
Make sure when you eat the duck, you chew slow because there could be steel BBs in there. So what do you think, Vern? What's your favorite, the duck or the deer?
The deer.
The deer? Okay.
The deer's holding more of the marinade.
I'm a guy, I can't give birth. But when I smoke food, I swear when I'm pulling it off the grill, I get the same satisfaction probably a mother gives when she's just had a child.
I probably cut that part out, Daddy. It's kind of weird. No thanks.
It's definitely one way to describe it. Anyways, thanks for doing the smoking for us. It's really good. And thanks for watching Hunt and Gather with the Chatters.